Hello, everybody. It is Friday. Yes, Friday. Weekend for some of us. Um, anyway, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We really do. Inspiration goes two directions. You learn these things. We might inspire you, but trust me, you inspire both of us. I'm gonna let Chris start off because he's got some stuff he wants to cover up front here. So, Chris, it's all yours, man.
Good morning,
By the
Marty,
way,
and
I love you, man, because you say it
ah,
every day and I don't say it back.
I love
Now,
you back.
by the way, I want to get this clear before we go. I know you look at us and you say, Marty verbally beats the crap out of Chris. I'm going to confess. You're freaking right, I do, and I absolutely love it. But he verbally abuses me and ask him, he loves it. It makes his day. Now, most of the time it's off camera. But sometimes we bring it onto the field, right, while we're in the game. So if you hear it, don't worry about it. We still love each other, even though he's a pain in the. All right, go
maybe,
ahead. Maybe.
maybe.
Right.
All
Go
right.
ahead, bud.
Good morning, everyone. I love you all, Marty DeGarmo. I really love you. You know that. He just explained why, but we have fun together. We're a perfect team as far as we can battle and still have a blast at it. I love it.
It's called
Okay,
the
let me
odd
do.
couple.
Definitely the odd couple. You put me and Marty in the same room. Oh my gosh, I don't know what would happen, but I don't want to think about that. Let's wish some happy birthday. Say Dr. Yvonne Mundi, happy birthday. SK Hafi Rahman, happy birthday. Mohammed Tuadur, happy birthday. Jamal Bahadur, happy birthday. Louis Wersey, happy birthday. Jeffrey McGill, my brother, happy birthday. Allure Opinion, happy birthday. And David Ickes, happy birthday. May God bless all your days today. You were born on a great day because every day being born is great. I'm going to say prayers for everyone. My list got so big that it would took 30 minutes to go through, but we are praying for you constantly, morning, noon, and night. That's what I love doing. I know a lot of other people are doing it. So if you got something that's going on in your life that's a little difficult, ask God to help you with it. He will, and I promise you, I'll do that too. Um, I want to talk about something a little different today. A lot of people ask me questions daily, some good, some bad, and what's going on. I want to explain to you about the next chapter. Da-da-da-da. All right, let me give you a definition of the next chapter. Making peace with hard memories, finding hope all around me, and clearing space for good things to come. All right. Now, that is a perfect definition of the next chapter, what's coming for us. Now, let me explain what's coming in this next chapter in my way of saying it. If you want to be financially free, you need to become a different person than you are today and let go of whatever has held you back in the past. That is not my quote. That's Robert Kiyosaki. It's a great quote. Let me read it again. Now, I want you to listen to me. I love when you listen to me because a lot of you don't, but that's okay. If you want to be financially free, you need to become a different person than you are today and let go of whatever has held you back in the past. What does that mean? You're one of those people maybe wake up every day, okay, I want to do something different, but you don't do it. You really got to change who you are. Ashmafar changed who he was over 20 years ago, and that's why he is where he's at today. Okay. You've heard the Einstein quote, my favorite one, because this is what I did all my life. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results. I did the same thing over and over for 32 flipping years. Same. It didn't change anything in my life. And the more money I made, the longer I worked, my time was absorbed and it went away. So by doing the same thing over and over, and some things is a good case, but most things is for everyday life, it doesn't work. You got to change who you are and you got to look above what you're doing. While you're maybe working in a factory, laying parts, hitting buttons all day long, you should be thinking about what you really want to do and give yourselves expectations of how you're going to go about do it. That's what Ashmafar did. Um, Time and financial freedom are the ability to control your time and schedule and to have enough money to live the life you want. Very important there. This is something that the next chapter is going to bring us. Now, time freedom. the ability to control your time and schedule and to do what you want when you want. This can mean having time for activities you enjoy outside of work or being able to take vacations without worrying about work. How many of you done that? You schedule a vacation, you only get a week. What did I say before? What ruins a great vacation is realizing that in 7 days you're going to be back doing the same old grind again. The same thing, repetitive, repetitive, repetitive. Okay. Time freedom is the ability to choose how to spend your time without being constrained by obligations, deadlines, or expectations. Financial freedom is the ability to live comfortably without worrying about money, debt, or income. Both of these freedoms are possible, but they require planning, discipline, and action. Ashmafar did the planning, he did the discipline, and he took action. And we're following his lead. What do we do for taking action? We're talking about Onpassive. We're introducing people to this company that's going to do amazing things. That's the next chapter, folks. Okay. People ask me, what's next? What's next? I just read it to you. Save this video and remember what I said. Time and freedom, time and financial freedom are two very, very important things, I think, in everyone's life because 99.9% have neither, including myself. I do a little bit now because I'm retired. Okay. But if you're one of those people that, which I know you are, work, there's nothing wrong with work. You got a job. You're tired of it. You're sick of it. This is why you came into this company. This is why you understood what this company was about. Your time and freedom is the most expensive thing in the world. It really is. And then when you take your time and freedom, once this beautiful company gets going, you're going to be able to share this with other people and give them time and freedom and time and financial freedom. So that is my definition of the next chapter. That is the greatest update I've read all the time. We are constantly moving, guys. Even though we don't hear a lot from Ash Mafara because he's doing things like you would not believe, and he'll explain all that, I'm sure, when he comes back on. But right now, that man is busy, busy, busy with every possible situation you can imagine because he's working for us. He's taking his time and freedom and investing into 1 million people plus the world, and he's nonstop about it. So I do respect that. I do appreciate it. But your main goal, I think, for when everyone really got into this company was your time and freedom. And then that helping thing came along, which made it a plus. It was a big bonus to say, well, I can turn around and help people. How many times have you been able to say that in your life? Even though a lot of you I know help a lot of people, but think about really helping them, not just giving them, $5, giving them a place to stay, giving them a place to grow, giving them a place to educate. All this is in our ecosystem. All this stuff is in the next chapter. Marty DeGarmo, I love you. I'm handing it back to you. Thanks for letting me go first.
Now, by the way, I want to tell everybody you're welcome. Most of the time, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we turn on the camera, I have an idea what I'm going to bring up. Chris changed it, and for the good. I mean, it's a different thing, but I'll bring up the other also. What I was thinking about while Chris was talking, yes, we have to work on ourselves. And I want to say this over and over and over. Redundant, I'm going to say it. It's going to bug you, right? I'm talking to me too. When I'm telling you things, I'm not standing here talking down. I'm talking level with you. As a friend, a family, somebody I care about. No joke. First thing I want to say, I'm 64 years old. Most of you know that. I know I look like I'm 35. It's just in the genes, I think. But no, the truth is, my whole life, and I've worked since I was 16 years old. I worked when none of my friends were working. In fact, I'm the guy that had a car first. I drove everybody and paid for McDonald's for everybody. But I always was working, doing something. And then time started creeping up. It seemed like the sand that was falling through the hourglass was falling through quicker. And the older you get, the quicker it falls. First, it's a little bitty neck, It's forever to get 17 to get my driver's license. At 40, that little neck is about that big around. That sand is flowing through there. But but what I want in life is creeping along. And then sometimes it slows down. Yet time is going faster. I'm like, what the frick? I want to tell you, in all my life until 2019, it was dog eat dog. We were, I was in a world, and I don't mean nasty. There was some really nice people in the world. I always look at the positive in people. I always do. But in business in general, about getting ahead, about living um, the life of your dreams, becoming financial independent, whatever. Okay, I wasn't goal setting through school. I could say I wish I would have, but maybe I wouldn't be where I am now. So I don't wish I would have. But at the time, I didn't think about college. I just got out and became a working mule. And then I set goals because reality set in. I'm working until I'm 65. So I want to make as much as I can in the least amount of time because that freaking hourglass is dumping sand in now. Um, but for the first time in my life in 2019, probably not right when I first got in, but within a few months, it is the first time in my life, and I'm speaking for anybody I know, unless somebody has a different thing, that somebody with the authority, the um, the commitment, the wherewithal, the financial backing. I was first time I was in anything in my life where that person is doing more for me than I can myself. Never have I seen that. Never ever. And I'm going to give you an example. We, talk to Ash once in a while. Usually it's text. But I can tell you this. If we chat on a video, for example, most of the time in that conversation, he's talking about everybody here, what he can do to build for us. No joke. No joke. When he does something, how can I make it the best for the founders? How can I make things an easier road? That being said, we know that. Ash has got people surrounded around him, keeping him from giving away the farm. He wants to give. If it was all about making money, this is reality for a minute. He could have built this massive company by himself with his family, took his money, invested, got a hold of these people, and built a massive company. And who knows what would have happened? He wouldn't have half the headaches. But he didn't. And he was willing to take that. Now, I think it's very important to go along with that because Chris brought it up is realistic expectations. Those that align with what's achievable based on available resources, time, ability, they can lead to a healthier mindset. Steady progress, less disappointments. Here's how to set and manage realistic expectation. Know your limits and strengths. Okay, I have certain limits and certain strengths. We all do. The cool thing about this, my weaknesses or my ability to change my financial situation has gone off the chart. Why? Mr. Mufara, because he's building my future. Now, the least I can do is be ready for it and live up to my maximum potential here and here. I'm talking for me, and you guys can relate, I hope, and we'll go from there. Understand your abilities and resources and limitations before setting goals or expectations. It is easy to become over ambitious, but knowing what's feasible helps prevent burnout and frustration. I'm going to give you an example. I can only give you an example in our company. I've had somebody, doesn't matter who it was, I don't want to mention names. I've had many people, by the way. Hey, I've been in here 4 years. When this thing gets going, I better be making 10 grand a month. Now, let's just, for a minute, probably 80, 90% of the people in this company are living on peanuts. Okay, so let's put expectation. Let's remember, for money to be generated, something has to be sold. So there, let's put a little bit of expectation at reality. Here's what you can expect. You will be in the company for the first time that the resources you need are going to be at your fingertip. Example, you go online, many of you have, millions of you have, you go online and you're searching for a way to bring in enough income either to quit your job, buy back some more time in your life. Time freedom is the whole answer, right? You get time plus you have the money. That's time freedom. So you're not only do you have the time, but you have money to do what you'd like to do. That potential is right now. The quickness of how it happens is determined solely on what is sold and how fast. So think about what you're saying. The beauty of this is every company I was in up to this point had one big factor missing, the biggest factor of all. There's many, but the biggest one, if you're in business online, is getting people to look at what you have. Yeah, you could have did a safe list. Yeah, you could have bought solo ads. Yeah, you could have bought leads from some company. All of it's garbage. It's garbage. You got to buy tons and tons and tons and tons, and you get one stick. That means whatever you did, the person you invited has to do the same thing, and the person they invite has to do the same thing. That's why it fails. We will have at our fingertips, we can purchase it as far as our business traffic at different scales. If you make a little more, buy a little more. If you make a little more than that, you can buy more traffic. That's realistic goals. I've told everybody from the very beginning. For me, as we get started and we start to understand the whole concept of what's going on, because we got a new chapter. This chapter is going to be what we've been looking for probably 2 years ago. And we're going to have a clear what we can do. And I say, do it to the max. Go for it because it will be at your fingertips. But you have to make a movement here and here and then say, okay, boom. You could, let's say we start off small and you go and then you get a little bigger and you start to see, then you get a little bigger. That's expectations. We have to make some kind of involvement for this to happen. I truly had a guy tell me, if I don't make 10 grand in my first month after we launch, I'm quitting. I deserve it. And I'm like, hold on a minute. I don't understand your rationality. I don't talk to people like that anymore, but I did in the past. And I go, it doesn't make that almost sounds like insanity. I've been here so long. You're not getting paid to live. You would have lived whether you were here or where you weren't here. You're not getting paid to live. You're getting paid as products come in and you have traffic to your site. What are the factors? We need to have something that's above market value. I believe that's a done deal. I have no control over it. I don't think about it. We'll have the best. We need to have something that's in high demand. I don't think about it. I know it's in high demand. Mention the products that Ash has brought up in the last couple of years. They're in high demand. Billions of dollars for many of the products separately. Billions separately. Um, Unlimited income. It's unlimited. And the other one, which is really crazy, is the only limitation is us. We have a wide open market. We can go, 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 go. You can relax. You can learn what you're doing. But I'm saying to sit back and think I'm some kind of king and everything's going to be brought to me in a platter and I'm going to eat from it, or I want this, I want. That's not reality. We should be very happy that we're at the table and there is food and there is shelter and there is places we can get it ourselves. We don't have to go look for it. You know how hard it was, you guys know, to start a business and then go to your family members to ask them once again after 7 times, join me, this is the best thing that ever happened. To be able to say, I want 1,000 visitors to this site. You pay to get people to your site, and it's building your own business. Because I'll tell you what, if you went and got a franchise at McDonald's, I believe it's 100,000 or $1 million to even get on the list. And then they tell you where it's going to be. They tell you what northbound, southbound, because they know all that. Then they put you in, and you don't have any customers. You got the name; it's been branded McDonald's. But imagine you have that same franchise. They put it on the main street, and you can pay for advertisement through your business to come to you. That's powerful without $1 million upfront money. But you're not buying a franchise. You have to buy the building. You don't have to do any of that. So anyway, I just want to say expectation is very, very important because I don't want people to think, look, in my mind, when we start, it's zero. The world doesn't really know who we are, but they're about to. And I say we start off running, let's use everything we have to get moving. I'm going to do whatever I can. Any ideas I have that work, I'm going to share it with people I know. And I know you. Anything, anybody I know, look, we're all one. I want everybody to win. That's why I'm here. I wanted a company that would last more than 6 months. I wanted a company that cared about people, and I wanted a company that everybody wins. Everybody has the potential. But if you feel that you have this entitlement mentality, I can't help you. I can't help you. I don't. Newsflash, I don't want to help you because you need help that you have to do personally. That's a problem you have to work on. Life, we were never told life would be easy, but I'll tell you what, this company makes it as easy as I've ever seen it. It gives us the biggest leg up to live the life that we dreamt of. So get your expectations right. I don't want anybody to come in and think, well, I'm going to make $1 million on month one. But you can make money and to know that you can increase it month after month, and year after year, month after month, and year after year, and then move it on to your family. That's powerful. Know your limits and your strengths. You're not going to know your limits and your strengths if you don't start pushing yourself. Because guaranteed, you think your limit is where you are now. You keep pushing, you'll find out you're only at the 50-yard line. You could go to a touchdown. Yeah, you don't have to be me. You don't have to be Chris. You are good enough. You have it in you. And now you have the vehicle to do it. So I really encourage people, just believe in yourself and let's go together. And if you have a problem with it because you're just not at that level, hold on to each other until you are. Because you're not going to get another place where everybody cares for everybody. and I mean that. Um, it says break down big goals. I have a goal. Oh, I want a big living room. I said that a long time ago. I'm not looking to get, let's say that we go into a new chapter in January. I don't know. But let's just say I'm not moving into the big living room January 30th, okay? But it's a goal I have ahead. A lot of it was I want a big living room so people can come visit. But I really want to go visit everybody else. I want to go somewhere together. But definitely I want a home that's better and more suitable for my wife. And by the way, thank you everyone out there. She's overwhelmed with all the prayers, and today she feels better. And that to me is a miracle. Why? Because she had the flu or something, and it lasts longer than 32 hours usually. And she's much better today. Pray for my grandson Jaden, because now he's got the creeping crud too. The difference is he's got a piston problem. It's coming out the bottom and the top. You know what I mean? He blew a gasket, so he needs prayer too. Um, Another really important thing about expectation: stay patient and flexible. I know we've been patient. Well, I've been here for 6 years. How much more patient? If you follow the path and what happened in this company, we probably, through bad things, lost a couple years. Some people weren't on the same goals as we thought. Obviously, we don't know what that is. We'll hear that one day. But instead of saying, oh, I could have, listen, I came here going on 6 years in the end of January, and I would have been somewhere at the end of January if I'm alive. Anyway, the good thing is I'm in a place where I built a friendship around the world, and I can see it in people, even if they can't, they're going to change their lives. And let me tell you something that's really, really powerful. I heard Michael Williams say this, and I thought about it a lot, but it's a big deal. Did you know, let's face the facts, let's say 70% of the people in our company, an extra $500 is like winning the lottery. It's like they found the pot of gold. No joke. So remember, for the first time, the poor and destitute are going to win first. We'll still get the same $500. I'm not saying that at the whatever level of sales going through your organization. But imagine the 500 for the man and the lady in Africa or Papua New Guinea. This is what matters. This is how you change the world from top up. Do I need it? Come on, don't be crazy. I told you my math doesn't add up in my bank account. My accountant must be God because it's a miracle that we make it monthly. But the point is, expectations is when I'm looking to get this big house with the big living room, whatever that might be, it could be what, $500,000 home? There's people, 70, 80% would be happy to have a well in their village that they can drink from without getting sick. That to me is more important because the weak and the ones that need our help is more important to get them, because if you feed them and you take care of the less fortunate, the reflection coming back is so bright you need sunglasses. That's my belief. I don't know all the details of what's going to happen, but I know at a level people make so much. At another level, people make so much. And when 70% of the people in this company, that $200 or $300 is off the chart for them. I mean, they'll live like they never lived in their life. That means a lot. That means a lot to me, and I know most of you feel the same way. And by the way, thousands and thousands and thousands of people around the world are going online looking for a way to make an income. Thousands. We are at the right place at the right time because we won't be a shiny ball. We won't be that spinning disco ball where everybody goes. When they come in and they see state of the art products, above market value, extremely above, and we're going to drive traffic. You can have traffic, the business, the tools, the relationships, which we have. They can be part of something where people care. You can make the money, and you're going to have visitors to your business. I wish I saw that 19, 20 years ago. But I wouldn't give it up to be where I am now because Onpassive wasn't. This company wasn't around 20 years ago. Anyway, stay patient and flexible. Oh, here's one. Avoid comparing yourself to someone else. Well, look at John, man. Look, he already paid off debt. That's not you. In fact, the people you compare yourself to in life in general, some are better off, some are worse off, some are. I guarantee this: if you're on this video, over 90% of the world's got it worse than you. They don't even know what a video is. They don't even know what internet is. It's a big chunk. We start painting the world a different color, starting at the bottom, and you do a village of people and then 10 villages of people, the world's going to start changing color, a rosy color. That's beautiful. And we can't help but win. We're going to win. Just be reasonable expectations. And don't compare yourself to someone else. Okay? It's ridiculous. I don't compare myself to Elon Musk. For one thing, I wouldn't want to be Elon Musk. He's got weird issues about him. Yeah, he's got money, but it's not all about money. It's the whole package. It's everything. I feel like we have everything here. I asked for people to pray for my wife 2 days ago, and she's doing fantastic today. How much is that worth? How much is that worth that we can all do that like at one call? No joke. You could one if I give a post to Chris so and so needs to get prayer. Thousands of people know about it within minutes. Pretty powerful. And don't forget to reflect. Set up goals. Remember what you're looking for. Remember where you are. If you remember where you are and you become somewhere else, you're going to realize, wow, I'm better off than I was, blank, blank, blank. Now I'm better off than I was. And don't lose focus on helping others. Because if you help others, it's returned. It's a return on investment that you can't measure. So 10:18. Okay, I'm going pretty quick. I'm happy. Okay, I'm gonna go into my second phase here if Chris doesn't mind. Chris, you okay? Okay.
Last I checked, I'm doing good.
All right. The thing I wanted to bring up is giving. And this is for me too. Because I've given my last cent away before. I mean, there might have been some cents, but not much. Okay. But I've given away like money when I truly didn't have it. But I got to give it. And the person I gave it to, I'm still glad I did. He's not alive anymore. He's an older guy, but he was unbelievable. And I was paid back. And I'm not without expecting anything back. I got paid double back, more than double. The power of giving is beyond material transaction. It is a transform, trans, transformative force that benefits both the giver and the receiver. When you give, they feel good. When you give, you feel good. I know I do. Me and Chris a couple of years back, it doesn't matter what it was, we were in the position to give. Boy, we had so much fun. We had so much fun. Um, impacting personal well-being of relationships and even broader communities. Okay, what do we do in this company? This is what we do. How often do you hear me talking about a product? That's where the money's going to come in, but that's a given. I don't have to talk about oxygen unless I don't have any, but it's there. I believe with all my heart that the products we're going to have, I believe it even more today because I believe Ash finally was brought together with the team he should have been with. And it happened. Was it too late? No, it happened when it was supposed to happen. It's just the way it is. Did he learn? Yes. Do we learn? Yes. Um, create connection and empathy, feelings for other people. And I've heard people say it, I've done it myself. No, I have compassion for people, but yet they'll do something or say something that irritates you. I've done this, and you say something rash, like quick. Oh, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. But you don't know that that day, the dog he had for 15 years that he loved died because you wouldn't take the time to realize he's out of character. Maybe something happened. I have to learn this. This is me. I'm talking to me. Really, I mean, you you just don't walk in people's shoes. If you really have connections with people, you need to connect with empathy and feel for them, even if they don't know. When you look at somebody, I'm going to tell you this. This is my experience. I'm on camera and I'll look at somebody and I go, I got to ask them, are they okay? Or I'll send them a messenger and come to find out they didn't have a good day or things may not be quite right. Is it always that way? No. But that little spark you get in your head, what you're thinking about, you should act on it, especially if it's positive and good. Whether it's helping someone financially or giving time and emotional support, giving builds connections that deepen relationships and understanding. Everybody knows, unless they're completely not from this planet, everybody that knows Chris Johnson, and most people do in this company, knows without a doubt he's one of the biggest giving, big-hearted people that walk in this company. He ranks up there with Mupara. He doesn't have the resources, he don't have the tech people working for him, but if he had money, he would give most of it away. I see him doing it now. Help that guy in Africa. And he kept going and going and going. But that's who he is. And because he's that, when he walks in, of course, he comes in and says, I don't know anything. I'm the joker. I get mad over that. And I tell him to knock it off. Because when he goes in and speaks from the heart, if you got a big heart and you speak, it always does good for others, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Now, I've had people, Ash has said, hey, great live yesterday. I don't remember what I said, but I meant it when I said it. No, that's what I mean. I mean it when I say it. Boost personal happiness and fulfillment. Research shows that giving activates areas in your brain associated with pleasure, social connection, and trust, releases feel good chemicals like dopamine. Now we're into scientific facts. You give, you do good, you take care. Now, if you got a normal brain, you're not a psychopath. It releases things in your brain that makes you feel good. You get a shot of B12 or whatever you want to call it. This helper's high, okay? That's what you call it. Helping high, not not coke high, not pot high. Helper's high is a big deal. Helper's high, you don't get a hangover, you don't have an after effect other than it felt good. And guess what? When you have a helper's high, you want to do it again because that feeling is overwhelming. That feeling is overwhelming. I'm going to break away real quick. I'm going to tell you something. When you edify somebody, this goes with it. Talking to Chris last night, he made a lot. He made really, really good money, but he gave up his life to do it. He worked overtime every day, 7 days a week. Overtime, 7 days a week. It's his whole life. And you know what he mentioned to me? Not how much he made. I knew he made really good money, obviously. But he mentioned what felt the best to him is when the plant manager would come down to him and say, Chris, you're doing a good job. That was priceless. That lifted him up for another day, another week, another. It means a lot. So I try to do that. And I see everybody here trying to do it. And let's go back. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how I see it. And I do see it in this company, which makes me overwhelmed. I absolutely love it. Uh, Boost personal happiness and fulfillment. Research once again shows that giving activities areas in our brain associated with pleasure, like I said, that's that feel good help dopamine. This is a big one. And a lot of people, I hate to say the word a lot, like I'm judging. There are people in this company that need to do this. And this is what I'm going to say. They need to shift the focus from themselves and focus on someone else. That's where the concept with me and Chris came shine the light. You need to not me. I did this. I'm going to do this. If it wasn't for me, hey, go put that in a bottle. Okay, go pack it under your couch. Nobody cares but you. But if you shift your focus to others, giving helps us step back from our own needs and challenges, right? Well, while I'm helping people and I'm talking like this, I'm not thinking about JJ has to go to a therapist today. Last time he went, he freaked out. He wouldn't get out of the car. We finally got him in. Jaden went to school, got up, walked out of class, was walking down the hall back and forth because he's got anxiety. It takes me away from that for a little bit of time because I'm focusing on everybody else. Trust me, it helps. It helps me to look at other people and their needs. It kind of relieves mine. And I'm not just saying that because I'm some kind of wizard. No, it's fact. It's fact. It happened to me in my life. That's why I talk about the carnivore diet, not because I'm making money from carnivore. How do you make money from carnivore? I ain't selling you a cow. It's because of what it did for me. Um, Create a sense of perspective. This outward focus can alleviate negative emotions. Is that cool? You're going outward, looking and helping and focusing on someone else can relieve your own negativity and emotions. I don't have enough to pay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay my rent. I don't know. Trust me, I've been there. A couple months ago, I was 100 air. You don't see anybody bragging about that crap online. What are you? Oh, I'm a millionaire. Oh yeah? Well, I'm a $5 air. Anyway, okay, hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. That hurt my throat. Uh, it fosters great mental well-being, strengthens strengthens purpose and identity. Giving aligns action with personal value, which can reinforce a sense of purpose and meaning. When you're helping, you feel more like you belong. And I know people, but that doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. There's laws of life. I believe God made that law. What does he say? Love thy neighbor. Sounds like a pretty basic thing to say, but look how powerful it is. if we love thy neighbor, and I'm not talking about this creep next, I'm just kidding. I'm not talking about the guy next door, and we all did it, how many wars would there be? Zero. Make tangible differences. Giving can lead to a substantial change, whether it is through volunteering, supporting local businesses, contribute to causes. Collective acts of giving are essential in addressing big challenges like poverty, education, and health. What are we in this business? We are going to go after everything I just mentioned. Not one at a time. We're going after it as an army of people that believe in the same thing. Giving, therefore, just isn't about what we give, but how we shape our world by creating bonds, enriching lives, paving the way for more compassionate society. I think I'm done. But I really believe, and these are the things I've been working on me. When we started doing Shine the Light, I know some people say, "What's the update? What's the update? What's it?" I'm not. I don't. The update is what we tell you. If we don't know, I'm not going to make up one. And by the way, I don't have anything to say today. That's ridiculous to me. Then why am I on? I didn't do this just about the business alone because I believe from day one, the power of the business is Marcian, who's on here now, Naril, Niraj. I mean, hundreds of people, over 400 people. That's what matters. We don't need to focus on what we can't control. Let's focus on each other. Anyway, that's all I have. Chris, please say something.
Something. Like and subscribe these channels for all the updates. It doesn't cost a nickel, a penny, or nothing. So make sure you get in there. Very good message, Marty DeGarmo. Very good.
Yeah. Please give us a thumbs up. I don't ask for much. Give us a thumbs up. If you're watching, subscribe. And if you're really feeling charitable, I would like a box of 20s in a shoebox. I'm just kidding.
I'll take the shoebox.
Yeah. My feet are so big, I wear the shoebox. Anyway, I'll see you all. Thank you. And wow, we got done in time. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry, but I babbled a lot. We'll have short ones and long ones. It's recorded. So anyway, see you all. And wait a minute, what's tonight? Oh, Omino has Let's Chat. Not sure what it's about yet, but you know it's at 9 o'clock. So boom. Oh, one more thing, and I'm going to do it really quick. This video I put together will be on the channel. You guys can use it. Let me play it real quick, and Red will still have.
Forgot that.
Goes beyond material transactions. It's a transformative force that benefits both the giver and receiver, impacting personal well-being, relationships, and even broader communities. Here's why giving holds such powerful value. Creates connection and empathy. When we give, we step outside ourselves and experience another person's reality, fostering empathy. Whether it's helping someone financially or giving time and emotional support, giving builds connections that deepen relationships and understanding. Boosts personal happiness and fulfillment. Research shows that giving activates areas in our brain associated with pleasure, social connection, and trust, releasing feel-good chemicals like dopamine. This helper's high makes us feel happier and can even reduce stress and anxiety. Encourages reciprocity and builds community. Giving encourages a sense of shared responsibility, often inspiring others to give in return, whether through mutual aid or in a broader, indirect way. Communities built on mutual support and generosity become stronger and more resilient. Shifts focus from self to others. Giving helps us step back from our own needs and challenges, creating a sense of perspective. This outward focus can alleviate negative emotions and, over time, foster greater mental well-being. Strengthens purpose and identity. Giving aligns actions with personal values, which can reinforce a sense of purpose and meaning. Many people find that giving makes them feel more grounded and connected to their identity. Makes a tangible difference. On a societal level, giving can lead to substantial change, whether it's through volunteering, supporting local businesses, or contributing to causes. Collective acts of giving are essential in addressing big challenges like poverty, education, and health. Giving, therefore, isn't just about what we give but how we shape our world by creating bonds, enriching lives, and paving the way for a more compassionate society.
Alrighty then. Anyway, we'll see you all. And like I said, Minos tonight. I don't know what else is going on. Oh, it's okay. Oh, Martin Pierre. That's Julie's brother, right?
Yep. Poor guy.
Oh, Martin, make sure you tell your sister what he said. And it wasn't me.